Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. 15 years ago, which is about 3 years before my retirement, and my health was not very good. I remember one time I ran up 4 floors of stairs because I left my thumb drive in my office, which I need in order to run my lecture PowerPoint. And the elevator was not working, so I have to take the stairs. Believe me, when I got to the top, I almost passed out. At this time, I realized that I need to do something in regard to my health. Otherwise, my retirement would not be fun at all. And one thing I discovered that I was pre-diabetic. I guess I'm in a lot of good companies. A study at the time have shown that nearly 100 million Americans at age 18 or older are pre-diabetics. That is not to mention 1 in every 10 Americans today are actually diagnosed with diabetics, and that translated to about 40 million people. I remember at the time I talking to my friend Rob. He teaches nutrition at the university. And his research is on the role of nutrition on diabetes. He told me that diabetes is a runaway train wreck in this country. And he said if we don't do anything about it, in about another 15 years, which is at 2035, 1 in every 3 Americans will be diabetic. He said this is not only the financial burden that will be on the country, but also the individual sufferings. And he said that fortunately this could be easily reversed. All we need to do is start to eat real food rather than processed food. However, unfortunately, he said in order to eat real food, people need to learn how to cook. And in many ways, this is the genesis of my fast cooking system. And the word fast is the acronym for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir-frying, and template-based cooking. In this video, I would like to demonstrate how to use my fast cooking system to create a nutritional meal. This meal contains 3 dishes and is designed for 3 people. Also with enough left over for a lunch. And the first dish is a dish with ground turkey, tofu, and edamame. And this dish took about 8 minutes to cook. The second dish is egg with Polish sausage scallion topped with cheese. This dish is very quick. It takes only about 3 minutes to cook. The third dish is a vegetable medley. It contains 5 different kinds of vegetables, which include eggplant, cauliflower, broccoli, mushroom, and Brussels sprouts. And this dish took about 7 minutes to cook. And with advanced prepping, I was able to cook this meal with these 3 dishes in less than 20 minutes. The primary attraction of this meal is the tofu dish. And my son loves tofu, and without any question, this is my son's favorite dish. So I'm going to take you through the steps how to cook this tofu dish. I'm going to cook this dish in my 14-inch Cucina stainless steel wok. And there are many reasons I like this wok. One of the main reasons it is relatively light. I started with about 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and I tried to use as little oil as I possibly could. I let the oil to heat up, and I seasoned the wok with my spot seasoning method. The first thing I did is that I stir-fry some ground turkey. This is 6 ounces of ground turkey that has been previously marinated in dark soy sauce for about 5 minutes. This provides the ground turkey some flavor as well as some color. I stir-fry the ground turkey for about 1 to 2 minutes until it is about 80% done. And next, I'm going to add about 1 cup of frozen edamame. I took them out directly from the freezer. They will warm up as I cook, since the edamame has already been cooked. And of course, you can warm them up in the microwave oven if you would like. Edamame provide great flavor to the dish, but on top of that, edamame provide wonderful nutrition because of its high protein content. So for this dish, normally I probably will not use any meat. Since I'm cooking this dish for my son, and he always like to have some meat in his meal. This way, I will cover all my bases. If you don't like ground turkey, you can substitute with ground pork or ground beef. And then I add 1 pound of firm tofu, which I have cut them into cubes. And my son is not very much a vegetable person. However, he loves tofu. And when it comes to stir-fried tofu in a wok, I always purchase firm tofu because they tend to hold up much better in the stir-frying process. Personally, I do not like my tofu all broken up. So I try to stir them as gently as I possibly could. Next, I'm going to create a sauce for the dish by adding some water. To make the dish spicy, I'm going to add some hot chili pepper flakes. Since my son loves spicy food, so I'm going to be pretty generous in adding this chili pepper flakes, which is about 1 teaspoon. At this point, you can season the dish in many different ways, as simply as just with salt and pepper. For this particular dish, I'm going to season it with 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. As you can see, I use oyster sauce in most of my dishes, and I normally do not use very much. I try to use the oyster sauce to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients rather than to dominate the dish. And my son loved to have a sauce that he could put it over his rice. So I add more water to make more sauce. However, at this point, the sauce is too thin. So I have created a cornstarch suspension to thicken the sauce. This cornstarch suspension contains 1 part of cornstarch with 3 parts of water. At this point, the dish is almost done, so I turn the heat off. Since I use an electric stove, the heat will persist. Now, if you use a gas stove, you might want to just turn it to low, because you need some heat to thicken the cornstarch. I continue to stir the content in the wok and let the sauce to become thicker. The longer you stir the sauce, the thicker it will become. So once I reach the point how I want the consistency of the sauce should be, I stop. I then next transfer the contents to a serving plate. This dish took about 8 to 9 minutes to cook. I spent more time to adjusting the thickness of the sauce than I probably should, and I would have cooked this dish a little bit faster. But getting the thickness of the sauce just right is important, because my son liked to put it over his rice. I don't want it to be too thin so that it appears to be watery. Also, I don't want it to be too thick so that it would not mix well with the rice. And according to my son, I got it just right this time. It is this kind of dishes that make home cooking sustainable, because I can tailor-make the dish exactly the way how my son like it. In fact, in every aspect of this dish, from the ingredients to its taste, texture, and flavor. As the saying goes, if you like what you cook and nobody else can cook that same way for you, you will keep cooking. As you can see, this dish is not complicated at all with my fast cooking system. And by using template-based cooking, you don't need the recipes at all. In the end result, you can make yourself an amazing dish tailored exactly the way how you like it. And thank you for watching. I post a video each day to demonstrate my fast cooking system. And if you'd like to learn more and to adopt my cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to have you stand right next to me each night and watch me cook. If you're a new cook, this is probably the best way for you to learn. Okay, I will see you tomorrow.